Those wonderful Piedmont hazelnuts have inspired me to make a chocolate hazelnut cake. I'm going to start by melting the chocolate over a bain-marie. Let's cream our butter and sugar. Having the butter and sugar at the right temperature is really going to help to get lots of air into our cake. Okay, now that that's looking a little bit pale, I'm going to separate the eggs. So I'm going to keep my egg whites in a bigger bowl. And my yolks into a smaller bowl. I just want to check my chocolate's not getting too hot, and I'm going to take the pot away from the water just so that it doesn't burn. So now we're ready to add our egg yolks into our butter and sugar. So just add a couple of yolks at a time, 1 or 2, and then give a good cream between each addition. Just add the last of the egg in. This cake is completely wheat-free, so if you have any friends with a gluten intolerance, this is going to be the perfect cake for them. Now we have a little rule when we whip egg whites. Don't put all the sugar in the beginning, otherwise you won't get a really nice firm meringue. Once you can see that your egg white has started to make that foam and it's increased in volume, add another third of your sugar. So we're now ready to add the rest of the ingredients. I like to start and finish with the egg whites because that helps keep the volume. So let's take a spoonful of egg whites. Then just turn the bowl, use like a cutting action. I'm going to add a little bit of the melted chocolate now. In the same action, we're just going to fold that through. We're going to add a little bit of the ground almonds. So I'm not overworking it at this stage. Take another scoop of that egg white and fold that through. I'm going to add the last part of the chocolate into the bowl now. That's the last of the ground almonds. So now I'm going to start with my ground hazelnuts. I took some whole hazelnuts and I put them in the blender, and you can see they're still slightly coarse, which gives really, really nice texture to the cake. And then finally the last of our egg white. And that's really going to help keep all the volume. So that's the main reason that we start and finish with the egg white. Wow, this is looking lovely and light. I'm using this lovely saffron tin to spray evenly. Now if you haven't got spray, you can just do this with a little melted butter. I've reserved some of the almonds for coating the side of the tin because we're keeping it gluten-free. Just going to pour them in and then roll them around the tin and then tap it out onto the parchment so that it's all beautifully covered. And then the excess, just pick it up and put it back in your bowl for reusing. Spoon the mix in. There is just the most amazing smell of chocolate and hazelnuts. Smooth it over using the back of a spoon, and then it's ready to go in the oven. So we're going to bake that at 170 for about 45 minutes. Our cake's now completely cold and we're ready for the most exciting bit. We're going to make it look absolutely stunning. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to boil the cream. Now for this glaze I'm using the caramel milk chocolate. I think that goes really well with the hazelnuts. I have some beautiful roast hazelnuts that I've chopped for finishing. I have this beautiful gold powder. And then lastly, this is just wafer thin sheets of edible gold. Look at those, beautiful, beautiful. Our cream's boiling now. Rather than put the chocolate into the cream, I'm going to pour the cream on top of the chocolate. Just give that a gentle stir. There should be plenty of heat in that boiling cream just to melt our chocolate down. This is looking beautiful. It's shiny, it's glossy, and we're ready to glaze our cake. And it really doesn't matter where this glaze goes. It kind of looks good when it just dribbles down. So we're just going to ladle some over the top. It's looking luscious. So let's put on some of those lovely hazelnuts. And then I really want to put on the sparkly bit. So just take the paper, a little tip of your knife, and then you can just lay it on. It's quite nice if you just do it randomly. So lastly we're going to put this little bit of gold dust. Just put a little bit on your knife and then just tap it. Just has that tiny. And then onto your plate. I just think that's absolutely stunningly beautiful.